Hello and welcome to Famous Gays and Lesbians, Alleged and Otherwise. I'm your host, Thomas Connolly. I happen to be a gay actor, and I live in the gayest city of them all, West Hollywood, California. Now, today's episode is part 2 of the Classic Gay Diva List. So on episode part 1 of the Classic Gay Diva List, and if you missed it, you got to go back and watch it, okay? But a quick recap is the first diva on our list was the amazing Judy Garland. Now, Judy Garland is arguably the greatest GOAT diva of all time. She had a huge gay following when it was illegal to be a practicing gay man or lesbian woman in our country. Now, the other diva featured in episode 1 was the unbelievably amazing Margaret. Now, Margaret was referred to as the female version of Elvis Presley in her day, and I think there's some truth to that. Okay, now it's important to note here that there are 2 pieces of criteria for our Classic Gay Diva List. The first piece of criteria is that diva has to be a fantabulous singer. And the second piece of criteria is that the diva has to have been born prior to 1950. Okay, do you hear that, Beehive? I don't want them coming after me. Now, why do gay men have this fascination with divas? And I can't say a blanket statement that all gay men do, because there are certain gay men that would be really offended by associating them with divas and that it's a stereotype. But honey, let me tell you, I know a lot of gay people and they most certainly have their favorite divas. Now, I think that Daniel Harris in the wonderful book, The Rise and Fall of Gay Culture, sums it up the best. Now, the author suggests that it's a universal homosexual experience to grow up feeling insecure and ostracized, like you really don't fit in the world around you. And these magnificent, strong, powerful role models that the divas were got our gay man's attention. But who knows really why gay men have such a fascination with divas? But in my experience, they do. So that takes us back to our list. Number 6 on our list is an EGOT. You all know what an EGOT is, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony winner. And that would be none other than Liza Manelli. Like her before-mentioned mother, Judy Garland, Liza has had her share of monumental issues like alcohol, drug addictions, unhappy marriages. I don't want to mention any names. David Guest, a hot and cold career. But hey, through it all, Liza has had a loyal, strong gay following. You know, it was foreshadowed in her Academy Award-winning performance in the movie Cabaret. Her love interest in the movie, played by Michael York, was bisexual. And this was radical for its day, because this was 1972. Liza Manelli lost many friends to AIDS, including Rock Hudson, Halston, and Freddie Mercury. Along with Elizabeth Taylor, Liza Manelli was one of the early crusaders in the fight against AIDS. And this was in the 1980s when it was not the popular thing to do. Liza's compassion for the LGBT community culminated in 1994 with her really powerful, touching performance of The Day After That in Central Park. This was a touching AIDS tribute to the thousands of people that gathered in the park that day. It was also the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, which had begun on the day of her mother's, Judy Garland's, funeral. Now, as a performer, Liza is pure dynamite on stage. No one can belt it out like Liza. Well, maybe her mother. You are truly a legend, Liza, and I hope to see you again someday in concert. Okay, coming in next on our list is the gorgeous, gifted, artistic Ms. Diana Ross. She is the boss when it comes to talent, glitz, and glamour. Even the fabulous, preeminent, legendary drag queen RuPaul openly admits that Diana Ross is his idol. Diana Ross is arguably one of the most well-dressed, elegant, chic of all our divas. Take a look at some of these stylish, stunning, beautiful looks. Along with her amazing musical talents, she is also a fashion designer, and she creates a lot of her own costumes. She even got a credit as costume designer on her wonderful film, Mahogany. Unlike some of the bombastic style of some of our other classic divas, Diana has a more soft, beautiful, pure kind of voice, as illustrated in her great song, Touch Me in the Morning. Some 30 years ago, when gays were not legally allowed to be married, Diana Ross famously said, "Love is love. It seems like guys with guys or girls with girls, whatever. We should all be able to live with who we want." Her hair is getting bigger every year. It'll be in heaven any day now. Oh, and her hit, I'm Coming Out. That's grounds alone to put her on this classic diva list. Diana Ross, you're a legend and we love you. Well, that's about it for this episode. This is Thomas Connolly for Famous Gays and Lesbians, Alleged and Otherwise. Hey, if you like what you see, could you please like and subscribe? That would really help sustain our show. Until next time. Oh, and you got to stay tuned. We got 3 divas left on the countdown. Who do you think will be number 1? Well, until then, bye-bye.